Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are reacting to RAYE's new album, which came out today. It's called This Music May Contain Hope. I'm super excited. I got into RAYE's music with the song Worth It off of her debut album, which is called 21st Century Blues. Definitely recommend it if you haven't checked it out. But yeah, I think she's absolutely fantastic. Now, RAYE is not just an incredible vocalist and performer. She is also like one of the most accomplished songwriters in the game right now. She's, written for Beyonce on Cowboy Carter and on like the album she made for The Lion King. She's written for Charlie XCX, for Madison Beer, Ellie Goulding, Lil Mix, John Legend, and like so many more. So she's an incredible songwriter in her own right. She's also an independent artist, which is really, really cool to see. So yeah, I'm really excited to get into it. Now, we've kind of been on a little bit of a bad luck streak with the channel with release day album listens. They've all kind of been a little bit underwhelming. But based on the preliminary reviews that have come out for this album, I'm really excited for us to actually get to break the streak today. I think this is going to be a really fantastic album, and I'm super excited. It's a long-ass album. It's 17 tracks, 73 minutes, so let's not waste any more time. If you enjoy this video, make sure you throw it a like, and if you want to see more like this, make sure you subscribe. It helps the channel out. Would really, really appreciate it, yada, yada, yada. Other than that, let's get straight into it. All right, so track one is called Intro Girl Under the Gray Cloud. I think that like mimics what the album cover looks like, because there's like a big gray cloud on there, which is pretty cool. But yeah. Let's get into it.
Allow me to set the scene. Our story begins at 2:27 a.m. on a rainy night in Paris. Cue the thunder.
Whoa!
Blanket the concrete, the sky is dark.
I wish you told us what year. That would have been cool.
Walks from her bar to her hotel. She has weathered many storms that she herself has become the girl under the grey cloud. As she was walking alone in the rain, chin to her chest, arms wrapped around her waist, a perfect storm was brewing. This night in November would prove to be the catalyst, a culmination. The perfect recipe for the girl under the grey cloud must finally make way for the rain. And a voice note from her grandma that would say,
"Call me, please, please. We need to pray."
Oh, that transitioned so well into the next song, I barely even noticed it. That was fantastic. Hey, I love a good transition. Y'all know that if you've seen my other videos. Okay, sick. All right, so that was track one, Intro Girl Under the Gray Cloud. It was super interesting. It's basically like a spoken word thing, sort of setting the scene of like how she came about the album and like what it kind of means to her, which I think she did something similar to that previously on 21st Century Blues, so it seems that she really sort of likes the theatrics of that. In general, I think this song serves kind of like a Broadway cast recording almost, you know what I mean? It's like the curtain rising and you have like the narrator sort of speaking over it. It's like and if you haven't seen a lot of Broadways, but if you've seen something like the Wicked movie, like it's sort of like the talking about how the witch died and with like orchestra in the background, casting this like dramatic scene. I thought that she did it really well. I could really see it playing out as well. Like the details she gave about like her wearing the red dress and walking in and like, the rain, the perfect storm, like it all adds to this really, really, really cool scene that I hope that we get to see like play out as a story throughout the album. I know that the album is sort of split into seasons as well, so it'll be interesting to see how that sort of feeds into it. All right, track two is called I Will Overcome. We had directly like transitioned to it, so I'm gonna have to go back for a second. But other than that, let's get into it. Oh, I like that.
500 steps left to make it to the front door. My red high heels click, click for many 2 drinks. I feel my backbone threaten to greet the concrete below.
Ooh, she's about to fall over. What a poetic way to say that.
I feel syrup strands of blue moonlight pour through the clouds to find me out like a spotlight, as if heaven's watching down to illustrate.
I'm telling you, like the visual writing is really cool.
glasses so I look chic as I cry. And it's funny, some people say I remind them of Amy. Some spit through their keyboards, I'll never amount. And the evil and insults, the arrows from your tongue is the same devils you tortured her with.
It's like so like dark and haunting sounding. I love it. Oh, that's gonna be a big belt at the end of the song. I know it. Oh, I know she's gonna belt the hell out of that at the end of the song. I know it. Bookmark this. She will.
500 steps back and I was doing so well. While scrolling I sighed of everyone online who was so much happier and content and complete. To feel better, I shall arrange a sad little feast.
Ooh, this is relatable. Love a sad little feast. Oh, her falsetto in the back. Ooh, what was that note? That was high. Oh, I love the drama, man. Ah, I need more music like this. Oh man.
My battery died, so I'm not sure.
I think of all the albums we've seen recently that have felt so lazy, hearing something like this is so nice. Every element of this is so passionate. It's like everybody wants to be so nonchalant these days. This is the exact opposite. I love it. There's like the grit in her voice. She'd be a great actor, wouldn't she be? Or at least like she should like write movies and plays and stuff. Because the drama is in her. I'm telling you that belt is coming. It's like setting up the tension. Oh, here we go. What did I say? Oh. I expected longer, but still, great. I'm sure live she extends that. The same way she does in like, Oscar-winning Tears. Yeah, because this entire like musical overture is begging for a belt.
Over her horizon, and it is the wall between hope and despair. She exists behind it. She will overcome.
Wow. That was track 2. It's called I Will Overcome. It was like incredibly dramatic. The theatrics of it all are very, very cool. It's maintaining like the very, very sort of like Broadway musical feeling, with like the way she's accompanied by that really incredibly emotive orchestra. She's like acting her heart out in this song as well. Like you can hear her voice breaking and like raspy from how passionate she is about it, which is really cool. I really liked the comparison she did to Amy Winehouse. I'm sure that's going to be a talked about bit from this, but it's a very powerful and a little bit tragic comparison of like Winehouse's legacy and how it's like it's almost that expectation is almost used to like beat RAYE over the head with as well, because I've heard people say that about her where they're like, oh, she's trying to be Amy Winehouse, she'll never compare but like Amy Winehouse was also very much tortured by the music industry as well. So, you know, I think what RAYE was saying there was incredibly important of like, you know, you guys say all this about me, but it's the same sort of sharp tongue that you use to torture her with, which is really, really important to bring up. But other than that, I love the song. You know, it's sort of like the concept of like, from darkness I will find light, which I think is incredible. It's very, very motivating, very moving. I know that like Bond movies aren't going to be a thing anymore. I know Daniel Craig is done with that. But I really need, like, if that was a thing again, I need a RAYE to write one. Because, like, just listening to this song, it, like, she was made for that. It's such a bummer that those movies have kind of stopped now because she was made, absolutely made to write and sing music for dramatic movies like that. I think, like, when I think Bond song, I think RAYE would do a killer job. And in general, I would love to see RAYE do, like, I'd love to see RAYE make songs for, like, TV shows and plays as well, because she hits the drama that you need and, like, the acting and, like, I feel like she's such a fantastic writer and singer. She would just knock it out of the park. So I need to see her do... Honestly, I want to see RAYE become an EGOT. I think RAYE has it in her. You know? I think if anybody could do it, it's RAYE. I know that's early to say. We've only heard 2 songs off of this album, but that's just off those 2 songs, that is what I'm getting. Anyways, let's go to the next track. The next track is track 3. It's called Beware the South London Lover Boy. I have only ever heard bad things about South London, so if you're watching this and you live in South London, defend yourself. I feel like the PR is not good. Y'all need a new PR, new agent, something, because I've never heard anything good about South London.
Deep in the heart of the South London concrete jungle, there lives a strange creature.
Is this RAYE still?
Beware.
Also, I love the drama, man. The drama is so good. This feels connected to, like, the Where's My Husband sound. So it's good to see that it'll be out throughout the album.
He'll line back to your doorstep, spliff hanging off his lips. He'll grab your heart and squeeze it before he leaves his bucket. He's just so charismatic, and he talks as if he's doing road. And he says, I'm too toxic for you, darling, but when we kiss it feels like home. Beware, the South London lover boy, they know where to find you, especially when you're home alone too. Beware, pull up on you in an old black car.
Oh, I love how she said that. Pull up on you in an old black car. Dude, I'm gonna say it over and over again, but the drama! Oh. See, like, that'll be in the thumbnail at this rate. You know what? I wait for it. I love her jazz influences. It's not as ingrained as like lay bass or as classic as lay bass, but it's very mainstream, which I like.
Alright, girls, wherever you're listening.
Like the bass, the snapping, it's all very jazzy, very jazz club.
After dark, I need you to repeat after me. Stay wary, girls. It's scary out there.
Sing, girl, stay safe out there. Sing,
Stay safe out there. Sing.
best to stay prepared. Sing,
Best to stay prepared. Sing.
stay safe out.
Oh, I have to go to this concert. I gotta go. Gotta go, y'all. Gotta go. Oh, hell yeah! This is so good! Oh my god. Alright, that was track 3, that was Beware the South London Lover Boy. Oh my god, it was fantastic. It was so much fun. I felt like it was in like a jazz club. It was like kind of slinky and like I loved like the modern jazz infusions into it. If it was very much like Beware this guy, but I don't know. I just had so much fun with that one. That's like, ugh. That one like made me want to buy a ticket. You know, I've been thinking about going to her concert. It's next week for me. I've been like thinking about going, and I wasn't sure because like tickets are so expensive. This song might have just convinced me. The call and response on the bridge was so fun, where she's like, "Girl, sing." Da, 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 da. I love that. That was so cool. Again, she cares so much about her music, and that comes through. I know that maybe artists disagree with this. Who knows? But I feel like you can tell when an artist actually cares about the music they're putting out. And I feel like there have been albums that have come out that have felt kind of lazy. I'm just like, oh, this is good enough, put it out. You can always tell. You can always tell when an artist's heart is in it, when they're thirsty for something. You know what I mean? And like, I always kind of complain to myself of like, I feel like there aren't really that many artists right now out there who are actually like thirsty for it, who want to do well, who care. Not just about charts and awards and this, but about the music itself, but all of it. They actually care about it, and they're not afraid to show that they care about it. And RAYE has always sort of felt like she's kind of the opposite of that, where she cares so much about every single aspect of it. She's not ashamed to say that, like, you know, that she does want to be rewarded by the Grammys, that she does want the charts to hit. You know, she's an independent artist, so this is literally her life. There's no label behind her. It's just her. So she cares about it. And then in the music, you can hear it too. The soul in it is just so infectious. It's there. It's real. You can so tell that she cares so deeply, even about songs like this, where it's like a jokey, like, beware the South London lover boy. It's not like that. Like, the stakes aren't high, but she still puts every bit of her into it. I like it's so, and the fact that this is 17 songs, oh my god, I'm gonna be exhausted. At the end of this, I'm gonna be exhausted. If every song is this good, oh my god. I don't know what I'm gonna do, y'all. But yeah, I just like, this song convinced me to buy a ticket. I will be buying a ticket right after this. Ugh, it's so good. Let's get into the next song, which is track 4. It's called The WhatsApp Shakespeare, which is a phenomenal title. That's such a fantastic title. I cannot wait.
Once upon a time there was a girl and there was a serpent. Oh, and her name was Eve, and she took a bite from the apple. And the story ain't this dissimilar. Many moons later, she'd be deceived by a very own traitor. And he wouldn't even my type on paper. Such sweet poetry he would write. He's a WhatsApp Shakespeare killer, we call him. Lies just to climb into your bedroom door. Now you're fighting for your life on your bedroom floor. And then the devil did send him.
This kind of infuses like the background she has in like electronic music and hip hop as well. Fitting for like how dramatic her album is. This is, for some reason, it's giving me like Hard Out Here vibes. I wonder if she's talking about the same guy in all of this.
Oh, he's a cursive kisser.
What does that mean? A cursive kisser. Like all his words have kind of like a slant to it, or that he sounds poetic. This is cool. Modern Shakespeare. Ooh, that was a quick little run in the back.
Another 5 months minimum recovery from a sweet lie to the all-out Shakespearean voice notary. Though I'd like to clarify, no one did die in the story, but I didn't decide when I found out I was one of 7 of the leading ladies, starring in the new romantic thriller.
Oh! What the hell? What a cool switch up! I saw part 2 on Genius and I was like, what are they talking about? Ooh!
Once I lived in the palm of his hand. And at the time, how could I understand Why now, I ask you to forward this message or face 7 months sadness.
You better run. Stick it to the man.
Oh my god.
Run while you can. Fat you's outside. Must learn how to bear time.
Ah,
You never must reply.
thank God there's no synths on this so far. That was track 4, the WhatsApp Shakespeare. It was very much like a modern day Shakespearean tale. It kind of felt like she'd very much painted that way, which was just really, really cool. But that like shift at the end where it moves into like part 2 of the song and then gets so jazzy, that was so cool. Oh my god, it was so cool. It was like very much like show tune territory. It was, and that fits so well into like the album's theatrical concept. I'm so excited about this. It's just so cool to see the production and the lyrics and basically every single part of this. Like, this is a concept album. You know what I mean? It's so cool to see that. I'm like so excited to be listening to this. Wow. Wow. A lot of really cool Shakespearean references, a lot of biblical references as well, which was cool to see because I feel like a lot of Shakespeare does sort of dig into that as well. Yeah. I don't really have much more to say on this. I thought this was an incredible song. I loved the switch up at the end of it. Wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the other thing I was going to say is that, like, I hope we don't hear a single synth on this album. Not one. I'm done. I'm done with synths. I need live arrangements, and that's what we've been getting. At least it sounds that way. So I'm just really excited by all of this. This has been fantastic. Ugh. All right, so those first few tracks, that was, I believe, season 1. That was supposed to be fall, based on the way that she split up this album. The next season, which is tracks 5 through 8, is going to be winter. So I assume it's going to be colder. I assume it's going to be darker, drearier. But I guess we'll let RAYE do the talking on that one. The next song is track 5. It's called Winter Woman. How appropriate.
Picture me, I am a silhouette.
She loves doing that. Explaining exactly what she's doing in the moment. She loves doing that. That's cool. It's good because it like engrosses you in that specific moment.
He wrapped his arms, I died to live inside her on a perfect little tiny way. Talk about into my chest. I'll see myself out, I'm going home to cry in private by Uber exam. Call me, you can send a text. And pull up at this petrol station, please, so I can buy a pack of cigarettes. Crying in a stranger's car. Have fun with Alice at the bar. Maybe I'll become the queen of hearts. Cold girls get back, cold girls.
All right, we're leaving behind the jazz influences. I love her hip-hop influences. This flow is so cool. RAYE should write for more rappers. Because she adds this drama that's so interesting.
I don't need another friend. Pull up at this petrol station, please, so I can buy a large bottle of gin. Crying in a stranger's car. Have fun with Alice at the bar. Baby, I'll become the queen of hearts. Cold girls get back, cold girls won't cry. I'll become the winter woman. Her hair will dance in the wind. She'll be the girl you wish you had. Give me a night to cry my heart.
I think having to start out the winter season was a good choice. Because it is like sadder, more emotional, darker, a lot more about like solitude. Life. Ooh. Shredding on that violin or whatever. It's such a cool blending of like modern elements and older elements of music. Also, I love how clicky her voice is in this. Does that make sense? The way they've edited it, it's like very clicky. Oh, what a cool breakdown. All right, that was track 5, Winter Woman. Great start to like the winter season of her album. I think this was a good choice. It sort of reflects on like, it uses like the winter months as like an allegory for like a feeling of like how you feel after too many sort of breakups, of like wallowing sadness, colder. It's like very dark as well, and basically talking about she's like, you know, she's just gonna hunker down and wait for warmer days to come. So I think it was a really, really cool start. It still retained a lot of the drama of the previous songs, but it stripped away some of those jazzier elements. It didn't jump fully into some of her hip-hop influences like she has on her previous album, which to be honest I kind of liked. I do like that she still kept the thread of like the live arrangements. So there was definitely orchestra through that. Still No Sense, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but Still No Sense, it was very like live arrangement. So she's staying really, really true to that influence, which I so greatly appreciate. I think it's phenomenal, and I think it's a great start to the winter season of the album. All right, let's get into track 6, which I'm especially excited for. It's called Clack Symphony, and it is featuring Hans Zimmer. Is that not an insane sentence? RAYE featuring Hans Zimmer. I'm so excited. The song is already out from it, or like this was already out. I think there's a music video, a single. I had not checked it out just because I wanted the album to be sort of my first listen outside of the song that I feel like all of us have probably heard, which is Where Is My Husband. But I'm so excited about this. I am excited to hear what a Clack Symphony is. I don't know what that is, so I'm excited to hear what that is.
Did you know the odds to be born on this earth's 1 in 400 trillion?
Ooh, I heard this when she teased this. Oh my god. Oh, what an intro. Ah, so Click Clack Symphony is like the sound of the girls out. Okay. Oh, like heels. Okay, I'm here. I mean, she's joking, but I'm being serious. She should try her luck in Hollywood. That clap in the back is cool. Oh, that's so high. Jeez. I also love that. Who let the girls out? I did. I love that. Very Who Let the Dogs Out. It's just so cool to see Hans Zimmer on a song like this. It's exactly what RAYE's about, like blending orchestral live jazz music with hip-hop influences. Ah, that tail note is like so high. Oh, the siren! Love it!
this season of her life had been cold, lonely, and tough.
I like that that's also the theme of the album.
Hope by now to have overcome.
Sort of searching for hope in dark times, because the album is literally called This Music May Contain Hope.
As she kissed her girls goodbye and thanked them for getting
The album is like, it's albuming, you know? Love it.
Maybe everything was going to be. And there she danced under the weight of her clouds. But for the first time in
Oh my
time,
god. This sounds like it should be in like
she would again feel the sun.
a movie. Really? Like, that's all I can think of. But like, damn.
Planted beneath the snow.
Oh my god.
She must hold on. And she must let go. She'll be alright. No riding shining on at night. She will save herself this time. And in fact, tonight, she did confirm. The cold never lasts, my
This
darling.
is like plain music. Does that make sense? I'll explain that in a sec.
How to burn.
Wow. Oh my god. Ooh, okay, that was track 6, Click Clack Symphony. Click Clack Symphony referring to the sound of women going out with their friends. Incredibly, like, very much felt like a sisterhood song, which is cool to hear. Especially, like, being picked up by your friends in that way. I've mentioned this before, I'm always so jealous of female friendships just because I feel like I feel like women just connect with each other on a very different emotional level than most male friendships seem to. And maybe that's me outing myself with not having very good male friendships. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe men have their own Click Clack Symphony that I'm not a part of. God knows. But I've always been sort of jealous of that. And this is exactly what this sort of song is about, of like sort of being dragged out of the house by like the people who love you and just being like, hey, like, you know, it's like when you're in a dark place, sort of being told, you have to get outside. You have to, you know, you're going to get over this. You got to get out, you know? And so having friends call you and pick you up and take you out to do that stuff is just, must be nice. But yeah, I loved the song. I thought it was phenomenal. Again, another great blend of RAYE leaning into more classic, you know, live arrangements, but then blending that with her more like hip hop leaning tendencies. And maybe that's the wrong way to phrase it. That's just how I'm seeing it. I feel like she very much has like a hip hop cadence about her music very often. And I feel like this blends that in a good way. Hans Zimmer on this, phenomenal. Oh my god, that was incredible. That was so cool. I'm like so glad he was on this. That outro at the end, my god, it's like you're in a movie. I mentioned it sounds like plane music, and what I mean by that, it's like, you know, do you guys get that feeling when you're on a plane and you're listening to music? It feels like you're like on a journey. This is gonna sound so stupid. I'm just realizing this is gonna sound so stupid, but it feels like you're on a journey, and like if you play the right song at that moment, it really feels like, whoa, like especially if you're like going for something related to your life or your career, or you're this or you're that, it really feels like, whoa, I'm on a journey right now. Like I'm growing and changing as a human. It makes you feel, this is what I go through when I get on a plane sometimes. I just feel so introspective and so like, wow, this is the next chapter of my life, especially depending on like what I'm going for. I don't know, maybe I'm a weirdo for doing that. Maybe I shouldn't have said any of this, but that's how I feel sometimes. Like, if you've ever gotten on a plane to New York and you've put on, like, for example, like Welcome to New York by Taylor Swift gives me this same feeling, where it very much feels like, ooh, like I'm a new person in a city and I'm about to go live my life and just I'm like not looking back. I'm changing my ways. I'm a new person, and just it like the song contributes so much to like making you feel this weird growth in yourself. That's the song that's sort of coming to mind for me is Welcome to New York. But this sort of gave me this sort of same feeling of like, if I put this on back on the plane, it would make me feel so just like, whoa, I'm getting over this thing. I have my people next to me. God knows I could be on a plane by myself and I'd be like, I have my people with me. I'm here. I'm trudging forward. You know, progress. Yes, I got it. That's what I mean by it sounds like plane music. And I don't know if that's relatable at all. It might not be. But that's just how this made me feel. But it was cool. It was very anthemic. Wow. I could have said all of this so much simpler. It sounds anthemic. Yeah, it sounds like an anthem. Wow, guys. I'm so sorry to have wasted your time. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm so stupid. Anyways, great song, really cool way to sort of like reflect on like the sound of like heels hitting the pavement. I thought that was really, really cool. I also had another very stupid moment listening to this song where I was like, oh, this album, like, why is this album called, This Music May Contain Hope? I feel like every one of these songs is so, like, injected with that. Or, like, most of the songs are very much injected with, like, the going through rough times, but, like, I will overcome, I will continue, we will get through this together, etc. It's all about hope, which I think is just fantastic. It took me by surprise because, again, a lot of the albums I've been listening to recently, like, especially on release day, as albums, they don't really work together. The album does not necessarily... It doesn't feel like the albums have been working with the tracks. And this is the exact opposite. It's like, this is so intentional. It's so, like, targeted and surgical. She clearly had a mission. She's achieving that mission. She cared about this album. I'll say that, and I've said this a lot, like, already in this video, that she cares so much about her music. But really, like, she set out to make an album. This had a purpose for her, and that purpose is coming across in the songs. And, like, ooh, this album better be, like, Grammy nominated to the stars, dude. Wow. Because this is like an album. This is an album. It's an album. Get into it. It's an album. So, yeah, I'm just so excited. I'm feeling good. I'm so excited. Yeah, let's keep going. The next song is track 7. It's called I Know You're Hurting. Wow. It's a long song. It's 6 minutes and 17 seconds. Yeah, let's get into it.
I can see you standing on the edge. Your legs upon the ledge of life's afflictions. I know you're a master of disguise. You are.
Wonder if my gulping noises are making it into the mic. Sorry if they are. I'm not sorry.
You give when you have little left to give. You ballroom dance with hollow, how are you?
Okay, so it's like a rock bottom song. Or seeing someone who's like
Your
rock
body
bottom.
aches from marching up your mountain. I'm thinking of you, dear. I hope
Oh
you're
my god, the
okay.
emotion in her voice. She's like, it sounds like she's on the verge of tears.
Maybe there's a hole you're hiding somewhere, and you hide it so well. You do, I must say, but I know you're hurting.
Oh! I was not expecting that. Oh, I love it. Ooh! Oh, this is a hit. Oh! Ah! Wow.
You always find some kind words for a stranger.
Oh, this is so sweet. I wonder who, like, she was thinking about as she made this song. Like, who inspired this for her? Whoever it is, I mean, Ray sounds like a fantastic friend to have.
Apart in private moments, and over bruises you put plasters on.
It's a very empathetic song. It's good to see someone being able to write like this.
If you need 2 more arms to hold these burdens,
Ah!
I said a prayer for you, I hope it's working. Please, my dear, don't stop believing in miracles.
This is such a timeless song. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's like the stylistic influences on this. Oh, that gave me chills. Oh. Oh my god! I feel like I've been silent this whole time. There's nothing I can say that will convey how important this song is better than the lyrics will. Better than just listening to it would. Wow. 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 Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Alright, that was I Know You're Hurting. That was phenomenal. That was fantastic. I mean, I've been saying that I'm really loving the theatrics, but I feel like this song kind of like stripped that away. It stripped the acting away. And I didn't expect to be glad that she did that for this song. Because if anything, it made this song so real. You know, like at first this song, it just sounds like, I thought it was just going to be like a ballad of her being like, hey, like my friend, I know you're hurting and I'm sorry for you and like I'll give you a hug. And that's kind of what it was at first. But then it turned into this crazy anthem that felt like an instant classic. It immediately did, sonically, lyrically, vocally, everything. Wow, how moving that was. And like, especially in the moments where like in the chorus where she's like, just don't give up on your life. Like, if you're listening to this, I need you to hear me now. Don't give up on your life. It's like a plea to anybody who's listening. My God, how moving. Like, this is a song I could so easily go back to in, like, tough moments in my life, and I feel like it would just pick me up. How moving, man. Wow. The only thing I could think about when I was listening to this is of, like, I feel like it's such a common insult to tell people, like, oh, you care too much, or, oh, you're so dramatic. That's something I get told all the time, like, you're so sensitive, you're so dramatic. And it used to get on my nerves, but it's like songs like this that remind me that you can't reach a level of art, a level of quality, a level of success in anything you do unless you care too much. Unless you care too much. And so, if you are like that with your goals, it is inevitable that people are going to tell you care too much, you're too dramatic, you're too this, you're too that, you're too much, you know? And if you're someone who deals with that on a daily basis, I feel like this is such a great reminder how important it is to give too much, to care too much, to do too much. That is so important, regardless of, like, if someone is telling you that you're doing too much, it's because they don't give a shit about what you're doing. And they don't have to. That's not their job. It's not everybody's job to care about what you're doing. Let's not get that twisted. But that's why people say that to you. Even if it sounds like they're like, hey, I'm like giving you really good advice, you're doing too much. It's because they don't care about it. They don't have a stake in it. They don't care enough about it. You know, which is fine. But that's the point, where if you are someone who's like on a path, on a journey, and you're trying to achieve something, there's like some goal you have, you should not be afraid to do too much, to care too much, and to seem like you care too much. You got to put your whole foot in that damn thing. And that's what she did with the song. To segue back to the song itself. That's what she did. She put her whole damn foot in this song. Oh my God, this was phenomenal. This was terrific. Yeah, there's no doing justice to that song. As someone who's like sitting on here and reviewing albums, there's no way you can say enough to really do justice to that song. That was phenomenal. Like, I'm having chills talking about it. I'm gonna be thinking about this song forever. This may be the best song that RAYE's ever put out. I think it's certainly the best on this album so far. If there's better than this on this album, what? What? How is that possible? Wow, I was really moved. If it's not clear, I was really, really moved by that song. This game, I feel like it's very few times that I'm hit by a song in this way. I think the most recent song that made me feel this way that I can think of is Adele's "Love Is a Game." If you haven't heard that song, I would recommend listening to it. It kind of like changed my outlook on pursuing love a little bit. I also felt this way when I listened to Olivia Dean's album, The Art of Is It Loving. It's one of those songs that really just like changes you a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you it's a song that's good enough that you get to break off a piece and take it with you, you know. So yeah, wow, phenomenal song. Let's go to the next track, which is called Lifeboat. I saw someone's ranking on Twitter, and they had this song at the bottom. So, but also I feel like any song that comes after I Know You're Hurting is going to sound not as good, because this was great. So, yeah, let's get into Lifeboat. Yeah, okay, the same sort of hope pervading through. Oh, are we gonna bring synths into this? It sounds like it's going back to like club dance stuff.
I'm not giving up yet.
This is very sweet though.
I'm not giving up yet. I'm not giving up yet.
Oh, this is so sweet.
I'm not giving up yet. Keep it on go. I'm not giving up yet.
I'm not giving up yet.
How is like a marketing company not bought this song up yet to put on some sort of like PSA? Yeah, the synths are back. Okay. Yeah, this does feel like an advertisement a little bit.
Rejected many times, I've been disappointed many times.
Wow.
I've failed many times.
How lucky we are to have RAYE, huh?
There's a future. There's a way forward.
It's nice to hear music that's just begging you to not give up and it's begging you to care, you know?
Make it. We will make it.
I'm not giving up yet.
I'm not giving up yet.
I'm not giving up.
What's nice is this is sort of cutting through the album a little bit. It almost gives you a break. In the sense of like, we've kind of been hearing a lot of live arrangements, which I've loved, and I would like to continue hearing. This kind of cuts through. I feel like this is like, it's almost like a, what's it called in a play? Intermission. This is a good intermission of the album. All right, this was track 8. It's called Lifeboat. It was RAYE kind of returning to like club and dance sounds, which you can hear a little bit more on her debut album, and also hear on a lot of the songs that she was making before her debut album. If you're not aware, like I feel like she was very much more like she was for a long time this like unknown feature on almost every like electronic song you'd ever hear. You know what I mean? And those songs were phenomenal in their own right, but also hearing the music she's put out since then, it's clear that she was sort of being stifled by her label, and that's kind of part of why she's independent, right? But this returns to that club dance sound from her earlier career, which I do appreciate, because it's almost like her going back to her roots a little bit. On the downside, I don't think it was as good as the previous songs on this. But also, I feel like it was like a necessary evil, in my opinion, honestly. When you have so many moving songs back to back, this was helpful in sort of like, I said this while I was listening to the song, but it very much like cut through the songs, and like, I know it's season 3 of the album after this, so this ended this previous season really well, the winter season, in the sense where it's such a step away from what we were already hearing sonically, and it goes back into that sort of club dance sound. I also really, really appreciate that it was just about like not giving up, you know? I think that was really, really nice. And hearing like the very different like voices, that was really unifying. So yeah, I think this was a great song. I think it was very reminiscent of some of the songs she's made previously before her career kind of took off. And I think it was necessary in this album, absolutely. But I call it a necessary evil because, again, it's not... I don't like this song as much as I've liked other songs. And to be honest, I feel like a lot of people might feel that way, but it's one of those things where you have to balance being like, I don't really love this song, but also this album needed this song. You know what I mean? So yeah, I appreciate this song for being there and being what it is. It's not a song that I'm going to really go back to as much to listen to, I'd say. All right, and with that, we enter season 3 of the album, which is Spring. It's going to be tracks 9 to 12. And so let's get into track 9, which is called I Hate the Way I Look Today. I feel like it's not the first time she's done like a song about appearance and stuff.
I hate the way I look today. I hate the way I look today.
Oh, I was not expecting this. Oh, it's very like 60s jazz tune.
I must admit I'm so unkind to myself.
I've never heard such a happy song about hating the way you look.
Man, if only I was free, I'm okay to be lonely if I'm lonely and skinny. I have such silly self-loathing thoughts, it seems. That I didn't let them know because some girls are
Ooh, the tempo changed. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a waltz now. 1, 2, 3.
It's not giving beautiful, it's giving train wreck.
Oh, that's very tongue-in-cheek. I like that. Oh my god.
But I realize my destructive state of mind. I have to love it and learn to work with it and accept what I've been given. So maybe I should have a shower and wash my face and give it a try.
I hope she has dancers at the concert so she can have someone do like a 60s like swing. I hate the backing vocals. Just being like, she hates the way she looks. That's crazy. That's so funny. Fantastic scatting. Scatting takes real musicality. Like, I feel like if you don't have musicality, it kind of just sounds stupid. The only artists I've heard recently who can scat well are like RAYE and RAYE. Ah, so like, how do you recover from this? How do you recover from hating how you look? It's good, she gives a solution. Oh, love it.
Though it isn't simple as it sounds, but when self-love lets you down.
This does sound like Spring. She killed the season thing. Oh, what a great finale.
I think we got it, guys. Right, everyone have a cup of tea now.
Wow. I'm glad you concluded that. That was cool. All right, this was track 9. It's called I Hate the Way I Look Today. How fun was that? Oh my god, I loved it. It was so like Ella Fitzgerald-y. It was so cool. It was like a very 60s sounding like swing jazz song. And it was like a very lighthearted take on like what is a very heavy topic. She's sung about self-image, I think, on her previous album, but it's like a darker. And I feel like when songs are about self-image and they sound so dreary and they kind of bring you down, personally, I have a really hard time listening to them because then it just puts me in a shitty mood. And I'm like, I don't want this. You know what I mean? But this kind of puts it on its head because it adds humor to it. It laughs at that feeling a little bit. And then I feel like if you're experiencing those feelings of like feeling badly about yourself and having, you know, body insecurity, you listen to this song and it almost makes you laugh at that feeling. And when you're able to like laugh at that feeling, it's just a way of like coping and like getting over it. You know what I mean? So this song is so great because it like, it can actually sort of help you get over that a little bit. At least for me, that's how I felt. Like, listening to this, I was like, if I was feeling that way and I put this song, it would make me feel kind of silly and just being like, why am I so hyperfixated on how I look? You know what I mean? It's all stupid. And I think part of it is because this song balances humor and self-deprecation so well. There's like real vulnerability. It's not like that. It's not like she's just like laughing at people who have those kinds of issues. It is very real. It is very vulnerable. She is saying things that are hard to say out loud, but she's able to do it because she adds that humor to it, I feel like. So I think for that, it's just like, it's very self-loathing, sure, but it's also very healing. And like at the end of it, then there is like the solution, and it goes back to like the hopeful message of the album. Like she's saying in the song, she's like, you know, when self-love lets you down, like, you just get a grip, change the way you talk to yourself. That's the only way that you can do it. So I think this song is phenomenal for that reason of it. Like, it balances all those different levers of like self-deprecation. She's being real about it and vulnerable. She's allowing herself the space to do that, but she's also laughing at it a little bit, and then she's like getting serious and she's like providing a solution. It kind of does all of them. So this would be a great song to come back to anytime I'm like not feeling great about myself. Also, I just wanted to go back to it, but like the male backing vocals she had on the chorus were so funny. I don't know why that made me laugh so much, but the idea of like looking in the mirror and being like disgusted with you look like with the way that you look, and then having a chorus of men being behind you being like, she hates the way she looks tonight. Like, and I thought that was so, just being like, la la la, she hates the way she, like, it's so weird to imagine a chorus of just guys behind you being like, shoot up, she hates the way she looks tonight. You know what I mean? I feel like that's such a funny, like, the imagery of that is hilarious, and I thought that was such a fun, again, it's very tongue-in-cheek, and it just added to the humor. This song was, like, fun for that reason. It was such a fun song. Loved it. All right, we are about halfway through the album. We're now going to move to track 10, which is called Goodbye Henry. It features Al Green. She is pulling insane features on this album. My God. I will say it is incredible that like every song on this has been phenomenal so far. This has been a 9-track run of just phenomenal songs. Even Lifeboat, which again I said that it's not a song I'm going to go back to. If that was another artist, like, I bet that people would eat it up and love it. You know what I mean? The only reason this one was like, oh, like I wouldn't really go back to it is because the surrounding songs were just so phenomenal. And if anything, Lifeboat was needed for that reason, you know? And so I'm just so impressed that we've had 10 tracks so far, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. No wasted songs on this. It's phenomenal. It's so cool. Anyways, let's just get into the next track. Track 10, it's called Goodbye Henry featuring Al Green.
This is a sad song, though it feels happy.
Oh, it does feel happy.
It is not happy at all. In fact, it makes me so sad to sing this song.
I love that this is so theatrical, shouting it out. It sounds like she's performing for you at a jazz club.
A very lovely boy, and his name isn't even Henry, but I'm just trying to be respectful. We don't talk anymore. Could be next door, wouldn't even know. Another life we could have made it, but
oh, I love the sound of this.
So I sip my gin in silence, and I kissed the man goodbye.
Oh, it's just like a very beautiful breakup song. Wow. Oh, I love this. Ooh. Oh. This takes me back to the sound of like Worth It, which is the song that got me into her music, you know? So this is so special. I love this. Oh my God.
In case your sorry heart is also breaking, in case you're driving to work and every bloody left turn you take just so happens to be down memory lane, and it's that pain, the aching kind. Told him, oh, I wish you only love and happiness.
Oh my God, this is amazing. I have like nothing to say about this. Oh my God. Oh, she's right. This does sound so happy and it's so sad. But I'm not going through heartbreak. Sorry if you are. To me, this is just happy. If she ever makes a song about like being like sadly, woefully single, then yeah, then I'll be like, oh, this is so sad. But I can't do that. I can't relate to this at all. I'm unattached. Oh. Oh, what an introduction.
Hello, how are you? I hope you're well. It's nice to be on the microphone with a story to tell.
Oh.
I think of all the memories, some bitter, some sweet. The people I've loved.
What a legendary cosign to have Al Green on your second album. Oh.
Sometimes in life we have to say goodbye. Tears falling from
I wish she brought him back into the chorus a little bit more. Oh, keychain! Oh my god, this song is amazing. Oh. I have to go to this concert. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, the song! Oh! Oh. Alright, wow. That would have been a fantastic closer, wouldn't it? On a different album, someone would have been like, 17 songs is too much, I'm gonna make this like 10 songs. And then this would have been like a fantastic close to the album. Oh my god, this would have been such a cool close. But I'm glad it's not. I'm glad we have 7 tracks to go, because this has been phenomenal so far. What a song. So when I do my rankings, I always do it in order of the songs that like I want to hear next, not necessarily what would be like the best songs on the album musically. I think that I Know You're Hurting is probably the best song on this album musically, and it might be the best song of her career. But I think Goodbye Henry is more tailored to like what I listen to in music, so this is going to be at the top of my ranking. This is number 1 for me. Goodbye Henry is so good. Holy crap. But yeah, this song was like sort of like moving on from heartbreak. It was a really beautiful way to look at breakups, of like what happens when it's amicable, having so much love for the person but knowing that you're not meant to be with them anymore. And so she's sort of being like, I wish you love and happiness, and I hope you continue to go on in love. And then having Al Green on here, like moving on from heartbreak with the help of a soul legend. Insane. What a cosign. She has Hans Zimmer on this album, and she has Al Green on this album. Wow. Just phenomenal. I'm really thankful that I'm not going through heartbreak, because I bet this song would have made me bawl. Absolutely it would. But I have been single for so long that I could only enjoy it. Oh my god. I'm going to be like... That is such a spring song. I'm going to be running this song through the damn dirt this entire spring. Oh my god. This song is it. I loved it. 10 tracks. Not a single bad track. Not a single bad track. I'm still like getting over the chills from the previous song. Oh my god. Okay, track 11, which is the next song, is called Nightingale Lane. This was a single. I have not heard this song yet. I have been avoiding it so I could appreciate it on the album. But I've heard good things. So let's get into it.
This song is called Nightingale Lane.
I'm so glad she's like introducing the songs. This feels like a performance, like at a jazz club. I think I already said exactly that, but I'm gonna say it again.
His lips were thin, the beer stains.
She's making him sound gross.
Was a pain that made me colder now.
Thin and beer stained lips.
I cried, I made of steel.
Gross.
When I tried
Oof, that's real. Oof.
I drive slow, I've let him go now. Just see a ghost town, and sometimes at red lights with closed eyes, I tell myself,
Whoa.
go on, just say somebody let me walk.
Oh, I've heard this all over TikTok.
And someday somebody will again, like the way you love me on Nightingale Lane. Although we never made
Oh man, Ray is a legend in the making. I know that's a random thought, but wow. Oh, so is this the breakup that she was talking about in the intro? Of like the night that changed her life?
We never were quite right for each other, baby.
Ooh, that's a hard thought to have. I relate to that.
I remember how
Wow.
love once was, and I own just say it.
Oh my god. Just say it.
Someday,
Oh, the growl.
like the way you love me on Nightingale Lane.
What that's a cool name for a lane. Like that lane was begging to have a song written about it.
You show me it's true. I'm capable of loving someone the way I love you. It was right there.
What a positive way to look at that too. You showed me it's true, I'm capable of loving someone the way I loved you.
I watched them walk away. Right here on this ground is where someone once loved me. And someday someone will.
Oh my god. She kills those like climactic belts. No one does it like her. I haven't heard someone wail like this in so long. Wow. Also, like, the way this touches on the album's theme of hope is just beautiful. Alright, that was Nightingale Lane, track 11. This was the second single. Fantastic song, as every song. Wow, I cannot even speak. That's how good it is. Every song so far has been fantastic. This one is no different. This has been terrific. The climax was my favorite part of this song. I also love the message of it. It's something that I've personally struggled with too. I've been in one long-term relationship. Sorry, you're gonna get a little bit of a Sman backstory. I know some people hate that, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Skip it. Anyways, yeah, I've been in one long-term relationship, and then since then it's just been talking stages. And the one thing that like always, like in my darkest hours, kind of gets to me is like, oh, like what if that was it? You know what I mean? I mean, that person is like long gone. They're married now. I haven't spoken to them in years. But what I think about sometimes is like, I'm like, what if I'm not capable of like loving someone like that again? Especially since our relationship was so organic. We were friends first, and it kind of came out of nowhere. And so I've been like, how do you get something like that off the apps? Like, what, like will I ever love again like that? You know what I mean? And I feel like this song is such a beautiful message of just like, not only will you love like that again, but someone will love you like that again. You know what I mean? Like, nothing in this universe happens only once. That's just how it works. So the core message of the song of like, if someone loved me once, someone can love me again, I think is just beautiful, and it is very much what I needed. I didn't really say anything during the song because I was just like soaking in it a little bit. Yeah, I think that this was a terrific song. I will admit, I feel like I didn't love the chorus as much as I've loved some of like the melodies she's had on previous songs, so I think that was a little bit of a damper for me. But I feel like in a situation like that, like even if I feel like the melody sort of falling a little bit in terms of like what I was hoping for, I think her voice and like the production and the writing sort of just up the standard. So even in a song where I'm like, I didn't love the melody as much, it's still an incredibly enjoyable song, you know? So yeah, that was fantastic. Let's get to track 12. Track 12 is called Skin and Bones.
Just skin and bones and lungs and heart, 2 eyes and a liver and a nose and no brain. He's insane 'cause he thinks he can make love without having to love me.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, this is good. Well, wait. That whole thing she's saying about like skin and bones and lungs and a heart, 2 eyes and a liver and a nose and no brain. She's talking about him, or she's talking about like what he's looking for. Oh, so it is what he wants. And bones and lungs. This is so fun. Oh my god. Ah. So okay, it's what he wants. He wants a body, is what she's saying. He just wants a body. He doesn't want to love her. And a heart, and eyes, and a lip, and a nose. Oh my god, I'm buying tickets. This is the 3rd time I'm saying it. I need to hear the song live. Oh, that's so catchy. I love that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. Loved that. All right, that was track 12, Skin and Bones, closing out the 3rd season of this album, which is the spring season. And this did sort of like feel very spring. All of these songs really did. So again, the season concept is just so cool. Fantastic. This is kind of similar to I Hate the Way I Look Today, in the sense that it's like putting humor into this like shitty situation of just being like, these men suck. Like, they're terrible. They just want a body. They don't want to love me. They're trying to use me. But it puts it to this incredibly like upbeat, funky track. I loved it. It was so fun. Again, this is another song that I need to see live. I need to see this live. I am buying tickets to this right after this. Oh my god. That was phenomenal. I don't think that there's much more to say on this. It did take me a second to figure out that when she's like listing the organs and the body parts, I thought she was like saying that about him, of being like, he has no brain because that's what he thinks. And maybe it's a little bit of both, but it was interesting to see like the physicality of it, and it very much underscores some men just wanting physical affection and nothing more. You know what I mean? Of like literally naming the organs, just being like, he just wants the organs. He doesn't want anything beyond that. Was really, really great visual. But yeah, overall, we're closing out spring. Spring was very much like a heartbreak section to me. That's what it sort of seemed like if you look at all the songs that are in this section, which is like I Hate the Way I Look, Goodbye Henry, Nightingale Lane, Skin and Bones. Very much like heartbreak. Which again, the season concept is just so cool. This is just such a cool way to piece an album into 4 acts. I think this is, and how often do we really get to see albums that are so intentionally like separated into different acts? It's like a movie. This feels like a play. I keep coming back to that, but this feels like a Broadway play. It's just so well done. This is such a, like, already this is album of the year. Who's competing with this year? No one. Like, yeah, maybe Beyonce will pull up with Act 3 and maybe it'll compare to this. But other than that, who is her competition? Who? That being said, as is always the case with Grammys and other things like that, I'm worried that maybe she won't get her recognition, because she deserved nominations for her previous album too, and she got nothing. So I'm wondering if they'll pay dust to this. But this is album of the year, like, without a doubt. It's so easy for me to say this. This is album of the year. This is phenomenal. This is so good. All right, we are now leaving the spring section of this album. We're moving to season 4, which is summer. It's going to be tracks 13 all the way to the closer on this album, which is track 17. Let's start it off with a song that we already have heard, a song that I love. It's track 13, Where Is My Husband? This is a smash hit of a song. If you haven't heard it already, you're about to hear it now with me. But just an incredible song. It's so much fun. Like, I can't say enough good things about it. It's such a fun song. Well, let's just get into it. To find me, oh baby. Oh, it's just so fun. Vocally, it's so challenging too. We have a vocalist, y'all. We have a mainstream vocalist. Finally. I've been saying that for so long that like, no more vocalists. Vocalists are over, but clearly they're not. We've got RAYE. She is absolutely like the best voice of the 20s. Other than like voices we've had already, like Beyonce and Ariana. Of new voices that are like on the come up, it's just RAYE. It's so fun. This would be fun to hear live too. Oh baby. Also, the humor in this album is so unexpected. Describing it as lonely acrobatics is so funny. Hello, I swear your wife is RAYE. Like, the humor in this is fantastic. This is very, like, again, I keep saying this, it's so Broadway. Ah, I needed her to get a Tony. Now, where's her Tony? Give her a Tony. I need you to tell me. I can't wait for the bridge. The bridge is like the best part. Somehow, it's the best part. The rest of the song is amazing too, but that bridge. Where's my lover? Getting down with another. How did she come up with these arrangements too? Like, this is so complicated. That part is so hard, I can't imagine having to sing it live. To find me, oh baby, where's my lover, getting down with another. Oh, I love this part.
Your husband is coming.
Ah! Grandma killed it! Grandma ate that! Ugh. Sorry for the impromptu karaoke session, but I love this song. Wow, wow. Oh my god, this song is so fun. This was track 13, Where's My Husband? It's so full of personality. The vocals in this song are so casually impressive. This is such a hard song to sing, and she just does it so casually. Also, the arrangements, like to write the melodies in this song, I can't imagine being so. This is so creative. Like the whole, like, this entire bridge section that I would like a ring and onward, which is kind of what the song is famous for, I think, is so complicated, so well done. It's so fun. Such like a fun and humorous song about like looking for a husband. Again, the humor that pervades through this album is just incredible. This album in general is like, there's such serious songs about this. Like if you look at like I Know You're Hurting, there's such fun songs, funny songs, vulnerable songs. This album has it all. It's such a multifaceted art piece. This is so good. Wow. All right, let's go to track 14, which is called Fields, and it features Grandad Michael, which I believe is her actual granddad. Let's see how art sort of comes from this family as a whole, you know? Like, I bet to be born like someone like RAYE, you have to have art in your family. I feel like there's no other way around it. Can you imagine just like not having artistic parents and then suddenly you push out this kid, RAYE? Insane. Like, her parents must be so proud of her. Sorry, random thought. Her parents must be so proud. Anyways, let's move to the next song, which is called Fields. Oh. Is this like about family?
Dear Grandad, it's been so many months that I haven't called. Seems there's always something more important on my to-do list. All that I'm missing, chasing everything I lack, Grandad. It seems I dwell on what I don't have instead of what I do. You see? Like like a child rolling down a hill.
Oh, wow.
In a field of gold and green, where every burden that weighs on me will fall away like a soft rain and fall into a stream.
Oh, hearing his voice is kind of
Field
moving.
of gold and green.
Wow.
I wanna be rid of the nothingness that waits for me in the living room. Do you still play the piano, Grandad? Play me something, play me Claire de Lune. My goodness me, where did all the time go? When did I go from being a kid, my mum tucking me into bed, to this grown-up Grandad? Is this as good as
This feels like so freestyle-y. Like she was just feeling away and she just got on the mic and spit this out.
Jesus, that the sinking feeling won't succeed. And
Ugh.
I was zest for life like when I was 18. You see, I just wanna be free. Free of every single care. In a field of gold and
Oh, the backing vocals on this are amazing. That every single pair in the back.
that weighs on me will fall away like a soft rain. Fall into a stream.
That was a beautiful note.
Grandad.
Hello, Rachel.
He writes back.
It's been a while since we
Oh, I love that.
There's not a day passes by when I don't think of you. You ask me if I ever get lonely, but you can feel lonely in a crowded room.
Spoken like a true poet, Grandad is a songwriter, you see. We were both born little.
See, what did I say?
Dreams, and he'd tell me stories. How back in his day, he
I
wrote and he wrote till his hands racked with pain. And he said something to me and brought these tears to my eyes. He said,
Who will hear my songs when I die?
and I told him, Grandad, so long as God gives me life,
I will practice your song and I will give it my best try. You see, I just
Beautiful.
wanna be free.
Wow. What did I say? I knew there had to be art in her family.
Every single care.
And what a beautiful way to like celebrate her grandparents for what they've done for her. And like family in general.
Fall away like a soft rain. Fall into a stream.
Dude, the backing vocals. Wow. She sounds like a choir on her own. It's also very gospel-y. This feels very gospel. No more. Wow.
For music is medicine, she cried from her soul. As she set sail with her tent for a tour of the world. I never forget, my love. You'll always be Grandad's little girl.
Oh, that was beautiful. Wow. All right, that was track 14. That was Fields. That really went. That song got to me a little bit. That was a really beautiful song. Sort of hearing her talk about family and how important family is really nice. Also, her sort of like giving the picture of like her granddad's career as well, and the very real feeling of like, hey, who's gonna listen to my songs when I die? And her comforting him the way I'm sure he's comforted her, of being like, hey, you know, I will practice your songs and I will keep all of this going. Just such a beautiful. I don't even know what more to say about this. It really made me miss my grandparents. Both of my grandparents, all of my grandparents, all of them, all four of them have passed, and so this really made me miss them, you know. And just also, it's just such a reminder of just how important family is. You know what I mean? And how real that self-critique is too. The way this song starts out just being like, yeah, I don't call you enough, there's always something more important on my to-do list, and how shameful that feels. It's such a real feeling. I've experienced that feeling over and over again, not just with my grandparents but with other family members as well. I'm so bad at calling and texting, and I always just feel so terrible about it, you know. And it is so real. It's just so real and very vulnerable. So yeah, this was, man, RAYE does not miss. She has not missed once. There is not a bad song on this album. I cannot imagine how many. I wonder, has she said like how many songs she made for this album in total before she cut it down to 17? I would love to know that. If you're someone who's like seen interviews by RAYE, if you know her, like what she's said about this, please comment down below. I would love to know how many songs she made in the making of this album, because for all of them to be this good, there had to be like hundreds. impressive, just incredible. All right, let's go to the next track, which is track 15. It's called Joy, and it features RAYE's sisters, Amma, I don't know how to pronounce that, and Absolutely. Sorry, I said Amma because that's what I call my mother. So that's what that looks like to me. Sorry. But anyways, RAYE's younger sisters, they're opening for her on tour. They have phenomenal music as well. Absolutely, her song, I Just Don't Know You Yet. That's what it is called. Great song. Love that song. Amma, I don't know how to pronounce her name. I love her music. She has a song called The Blame Game that I really love. That song is so catchy. It's so good. She has another song that I just added to my playlist, If You Don't Love Me. That's a phenomenal song as well. So if you haven't checked their music out, absolutely check it out. Again, clearly music runs deep in this family because those two are also phenomenal artists. And since I've decided that I will be seeing RAYE on tour, I'll get to see them on tour as well. So I'm very excited for that. James Brown? Oh my god, this is not what I expected.
I declare and I decree, any chain that has been holding me, any evil tongue that whispers in these ears, I said I rebuke you, you must leave my life, you are not welcome here. Grip and set me free.
Okay, so is summer about joy and happiness then? Maybe that's what the season is.
Free of every pain and every fear. The sadness has a grip on me and it must disappear. I'm letting it wash over me. I may cry through the night, I may cry through the night, but my joy comes in the morning. Joy.
Oh, this is so fun! I love that. This song is just so like alive and happy. I love it. Enjoy. That was a tough run. It was low. It was deep. Oh, I love when the melody matches the instruments underneath it. This is Absolutely, I think. This is Amma. They sound similar. Oh, I hope they all sing together. Yeah, they do later. Okay. Because their voices blend. Morning. Oh, this is so good. Oh, that was beautiful. They killed that. I love that. That was track 15. That was Joy. That was so much fun. It was super like foot stompy. Again, a little bit of like gospel influence, I feel like. It was just so fun. It was just like, I mean, it feels stupid to say about a song called Joy, but it was such a joyful, like, jubilant song. Wow. I don't know. That was just so much fun. And I think coming after Fields, this is especially special because it's like, it's another family moment. You know, as we're coming to the end of this album, it's the album ending with family at its core, which is really, really special. I thought that Amma and Absolutely killed it. I thought they did a phenomenal job. And in general, yeah, again, this just, it's an infectious song. You can't feel bad and listen to the song. It just doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? So this was just so fun, and I would love to see this live as well. So we're going. I've said it like 9 times. I'm going. I'm seeing her live. I'm going. All right. That was such a freeing song. I feel a little bit lighter having listened to that, you know? So that was just a lot of fun. I mean, every time I think about it even a little bit deeply, I'm just overcome with how phenomenal of an album this is. How, like, this, it's such an intentional album, and it's executing on all cylinders, on exactly what the title is talking about. Like, I'm just so impressed. I'm so impressed with this album. Wow. All right, let's move to track 16, which is called Happier Times Ahead. It's cool that the entire like summer season of this album has, again, it's just been joy, which is just so fun. It's like so well done. It's also how I feel about summer too. Like summer used to be my favorite season for that reason. It's just joy, you know.
Somewhere on a Saturday morning, there's a girl in a window, watching people passing by as she clutches on her aching heart.
So basically what I'm getting from this entire album is that RAYE was going through it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, but RAYE was going through it, and then she just wrote the album that she needed to pick herself up. And it's also like going over like other people who are going through it too. I love the message of this album! Oh!
Auntie Jean is up crying again. After 60 years of marriage, her Roger has left her alone in a land of the living.
I wonder if these are like real people she knows who she's singing about. Oh, that's such a sad thought. Spending your whole life with someone. The track listing on this album is phenomenal, can I just say? What a perfect song to like finish up the album on. Because from what I understand, the last song, track 17, is like a closer, like a credits, you know? Oh my god. Oh my god, her voice is insane. Those quick runs and like vocal flips. Oh my god. Holy crap, her voice is an instrument. That's insane. I love also like, it's kind of like a breakdown, you know what I mean? It's like so loose in structure. It's just the song devolving into happiness.
Happier times are coming, alright? The sun exists behind the clouds, it's right there. Just hold on to happier times, alright, darling?
That was track 16, Happier Times Ahead, and I'm very confident that that serves as like the thesis of this album. That is the message that she's wanted to hammer home, and it comes out of such a special place in the album. And that message just is, you know, happier times ahead. It's really phenomenal because, again, this is such an album's album. It ties so well to the name of of the album, you know, this music may contain hope, because this is the hope that the album is promising. You know what I mean? The idea that the sun exists kind of behind the clouds, it's all in this album. And it's nice because it's like 15 tracks of like darkness and heartbreak and self-doubt and then resilience and then just like escaping into joy. This last song is like such an exhale. It's such like a, like you relax your shoulders, you know? My God, what an album this is. I mean, I'm saying too much. I want to save my thoughts for like when I talk about the album afterwards. But to be honest, it's going to be redundant because there's not much more to say. Wow. All right, let's just wrap this up, huh? Let's go to track 17, which is the closer. It's called fin, or fin, or do you pronounce that in French or English? It just means end. It's how you close a film or a play. But yeah, let's get into it. Ooh, this sounds like straight up like a Disney movie. Oh, that's so, I love the intentionality. She wanted this to be the 17th song. I wonder if this was the last song she made.
And I wanted to finish this album like this.
Oh my God.
Dramatic and powerful. This last metaphorical summary for its life's guarantee that we're all going to die. Come rain or come storms, we got one little life. The sun has promised to shine all 4 beautiful seasons, even if we can't see it. Hope must always exist, is just above the clouds to conclude. Living slowly grows. There's a sage on the tin of the winds that make a day.
Beautiful.
Thank you for listening. Until next time, lots of love.
Oh my
Ray.
God.
Roll the credits.
This really is just like the end of a movie.
All right. Thank you to Grandma, Grandad Michael, my sisters Amma.
Oh my God, it's just credits?
Producers Mike Sabbath,
Ray, dude!
Chris Hill, Pete Clements.
And she's just
Jordan
naming
Riley,
every
Tom
single
Rock,
person who's
Hans
like
Zimmer and his team at Bleeding Fingers, Hendrik Boeing,
helped on the
Russell
album.
Emanuel, and a special thank you to Al Green and Matthew Johnson.
All right, that was the closing track of this album. Fin, or Fin, or however you want to pronounce it. I think it technically be Fin. Wow. This frames the album beautifully, considering that the intro was also very like the curtains rising. This was the curtains closing. It also just like, again, it's so intentional. Like, most albums leave you guessing about what the album is about, and in this case, in this song, she just literally just tells you. She's like, here's what I'm trying to say with this. And like, if you didn't get hope out of this, please listen again. So I think that was fantastic. You know, she kind of bookended the album in a really fantastic way. It's a fantastic way. It's very theatrical, very cinematic. Again, this entire album has felt like a 4-act play, which has been phenomenal. She also sort of explains the seasons idea as well in that closer, especially touching on the fact that life, you do live life in seasons, and so if you're not feeling hope or happiness now, you know, happiness will come. Yeah, phenomenal song. I just want to jump to talking about the album. I'm genuinely just so impressed. Album of the year, without a doubt. I knew this was album of the year like 3 songs in, and the rest of the album did not disappoint. There were not bad songs on this album. Like, from start to finish, this has been phenomenal, right? Looking at the seasons, for me, autumn was like her going through a hard time, right? Like, before it happens. So she sort of talks about like Well, hold on. Actually, hold on. Let's go back. Let's go a little bit further back. The album starts with the intro, kind of talking about the girl under the great cloud. So she's painting a picture of who she's talking about, which is herself. And it's this girl who's living under a great cloud. She's going through something. She has an evening that kind of changes her life moving forward. And I imagine it's biographical. But then it goes into the next song, which I feel like is almost like the real song intro. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like the pseudo intro. I will overcome. Because it's kind of like the album thesis. The whole message is she's like, I will overcome. I will go through shit and I will overcome. Right? And then you get into the rest of Autumn, which is talking about like the situation she was in. You know, the guy being like, beware of these men, these WhatsApp Shakespeares, these South London lover boys. Then it goes into Winter. And Winter is, she's hurting. She's in a dark period in her life. And like she's explaining like how she's kind of getting through it. So like you have Winter Woman, you have Clack Symphony talking about, you know, having her friends and her family rally around her. And then she has like, I know you're hurting, and Lifeboat of like calling out to others, being like, I know you're hurting too, but like, you know, you gotta keep going, you gotta keep fighting. Urge, like it's really a call, it's a plea, it's an urge to people being like life is worth living, keep fighting. You know what I mean? It's such a, like it's beautiful like season of this. And then Lifeboat as well is the same. It's the same sort of like uplifting, and it transitioned into Spring. And then Spring is like, it's heartbreak, but with like a happier tone. And then so those 4 or 5 songs in that season are more upbeat for that reason. And then not all of them are, I guess, but like it's basically talking about those heartbreaks and like what she's learned. And they're like, despite being heartbreaks, it is still very like positive. She's like growing, she's healing. And then you get into the final season, which is Summer, which is unabashed joy. It's reveling in family and how much she cares about her family, how important it is to her. And then the album's kind of the album's thesis that we get in I Will Overcome resolves itself in joy and in happier times ahead, where she's just like, and in Fin as well, where she's like, here's what I'm talking about with this album. You'll live your life in seasons. Sure, there will be bad times, but that means if you're experiencing bad times, that just means happier times are ahead. So keep fighting. There's hope behind the clouds. And that directly connects it to the whole season ideology, because she mentioned it in that song. It also connects really well to the album cover. I've been having this issue recently where I felt like album covers don't connect well to the albums that you're listening to. And in this case, it's perfect, because it's this like painted gray backdrop. And it's her pulling back the panel to show that it's temporary. That's not even real. She's like, these aren't actually actual clouds around you. It's just this backdrop, and it's her opening it up to the name of the album, and it's like this flash of blue in the clouds of being like, there's clear sky behind it. You know what I mean? Genuinely, one of the best albums of this decade. Definitely the album of the year so far. I was so impressed with it. I think she leans so heavy into like her love for like cinema and musicals as well. This felt essentially like, I've said this already, but it felt like a 4-act play with the curtains opening, the curtains closing. There was kind of like an intermission halfway through with Lifeboat. I felt like that's what that served as. Up moments and down moments. I love the musical influences on this album. You know, jazz and swing, 70s soul, gospel, going back to her more like electronic roots, a little bit of hip-hop and R&B here and there. It's just such a multifaceted album, and the lesson of the album is so beautiful. It's so well done. Wow. To be honest, I don't feel like I'm doing this album justice in talking about it. I don't. But I don't know if there is a way to do that. I'm just so impressed with this album, the emotional intensity, just how much she cares about her craft and how much that comes across, and how nice it is to be listening to an album that someone put their blood and sweat and tears to make. You can tell that like she really did. She like put everything into this album. And it paid the hell off. Like, this is like an instant classic kind of album in my opinion. It's just, it really is phenomenal. I am truly just so impressed. My God, I'm so impressed. There's another arc as well that I feel like maybe wasn't as Well, I mentioned this a little bit, but there's like the darkness to light part of it too. I feel like I didn't talk about that as much. In the seasons themselves, with that being the sort of story arc, underneath that there is the darkness to light. And I think that's probably why she went fall, winter, spring, summer, because physically that's also like it follows like sunlight as well. But because it starts with like wallowing in those dark times that she's had, those, you know, then it goes like, you know, winter, and then like when you get into the happiness part of it, it's breaking out of it a little bit, healing, and then it's like sunlight, you know. So the darkness to light arc is really cool as well. I mean, this album really delivered on every front. I'm just so impressed. It did everything it came to do. I'm considering that bad luck streak officially broken on this channel of like release day albums not being good. This is like the best album I maybe have listened to on this channel, period. This is just phenomenal. And I'm buying those tickets. I cannot wait. I am buying those tickets. Yeah, wow. Yeah, again, I don't know if I said anything worth listening to. I hope I did. But if you have watched this far, thank you so much for watching. This was so fun to listen to, and I hope you enjoyed the album as well. If you enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe and all that other YouTube stuff. Every other album this year is going to feel like shit compared to this. That's all I can think right now. It's going to... Wow. Album of the year. This is just phenomenal. I'm rambling, but this is just phenomenal. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, just want to echo what Ray said. There's joy ahead. There are happier times ahead. If you're going through a tough time, you know, I feel for you. And I hope this album sort of helped a little bit. And I hope you keep fighting. Yeah. All right. That's it. Hope you have a great day.